Hello everybody, welcome to Sruti's Kitchen. Today let's make something yummy and very tasty, gorgeous looking snowballs. I learned this recipe from my sister-in-law. She's a great cook, and last time when we visited India, she made this yummy dessert for us and it was very tasty, and I asked her the recipe and she gave it to me. I'm here to share the recipe with you all. We're going to make some custard and some stuffing. There is going to be some yummy toppings. It tastes fantastic and looks gorgeous. Let's see the ingredients and quickly start the recipe. I got quarter cup of pear, quarter cup of chopped apple, quarter cup of chopped oranges. You can use any fruits of your choice. Make sure that you finely chop them. Tablespoon of cashews chopped, half of a banana finely chopped, just a pinch of cinnamon. This is optional. My sister-in-law, she did not use cinnamon. This is my addition. If you want, you can add, otherwise just omit it. Few grapes finely chopped, few almonds. I used 4 almonds and I have chopped them. 4 pistachios chopped finely, 3 tablespoons of sugar, quarter cup of any jam. I'm using blueberry jam. This is homemade one. 4 slices of bread. I trimmed the brown part of the bread. We just need the white portion. You also need half cup of milk, couple of tablespoons of honey, and half cup of Cool Whip for topping. If you don't have Cool Whip, use quarter cup of whipping cream. Mix about a tablespoon of sugar. Whip it up until stiff peaks and use instead of Cool Whip. You also need 1 cup of custard. Use any flavor that you like. Here I got vanilla custard. So you can watch my recipe on how to make custard. So do watch my fruit custard recipe video, or just to give you a brief idea how to make the custard at home. It's very easy. You need to start by boiling 250 ml of milk. Have additional 50 ml of cold milk aside and mix 2 tablespoons of custard powder, any flavor that you prefer. You can even add some cornstarch if you don't have custard powder. Mix the custard powder with the cold milk and keep the slurry ready. And once the milk starts to boil, add this slurry and let it thicken. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Keep it whisking all the time so that there are no lumps, and the end mixture will be nice and thick like custard. So this is the vegetarian custard without using any eggs. So it's very simple. So this should be the texture of the custard, and I have refrigerated it and it is ready to be used in the recipe. Once refrigerated, it becomes nice and thick. This should be the texture. This is ready. Let's start by making the stuffing. We are making fruit stuffing here. You can use any favorite fruits of your choice. I'm using some pear. Add into the bowl. We'll also add in some apple, oranges, some grapes, nuts as well, pistachios, almonds, some cashews. Cinnamon powder is optional. And finely chopped banana. Sweeten this with some sugar, just about a tablespoon. Mix it really nice and good. If you want, you can even sweeten this with some honey or even some maple syrup or any jam. You can use the same jam like blueberry jam or even the strawberry jam, mixed fruit jam, anything works great. Mix it really nice and good and keep this aside. Let's start by working with the bread slices. So take one of the slices and apply jam all over. It need not be perfect, just like that. And here I got some milk into which we are going to dip the bread slices. I'm going to lightly sweeten it with about a tablespoon of sugar. Mix it really nice and good so that the sugar is properly blended. If you're using granulated sugar, make sure that you powder it and then mix with the milk so that it will be properly mixed. We'll now slightly dip this bread slice like that into the milk so that the bread becomes nice and soft. And I'm going to squeeze out excess milk and spread the bread slice just like that. Take some stuffing that we have just made with the fruits and properly seal it. And keep this aside and repeat the same thing with the remaining bread slices. And because of the jam that we have spread, look at that, it has got nice marbled texture. It is looking gorgeous. For serving, place the rolled out ball in the serving bowl. Top this off with some custard like that. Spread it. Custard should be nice and chilled. I'm going to scoop out some Cool Whip topping and top this with the Cool Whip. You can use as much or as little as you like. And if you don't have the Cool Whip topping, you can use about 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, add half tablespoon of sugar and then whip till it is nice and stiff and thick and use as a replacement in the place of the Cool Whip. Now let's top it up with some honey as well. A nice drizzle of honey. I'm going to add in some jam and top this up with some fresh fruit, just like that as a garnish. I'm going to give this a nice marbled effect. Using a toothpick, just spread it like that. We'll also add in some fruit on top. It looks beautiful. Lovely, isn't it? So repeat the same thing with the remaining bread slices and your dessert will be ready. And if you have any leftover custard or even leftover fruit mixture, you can just mix them together and enjoy it as fruit custard. So serve the snowballs nice and chilled. That's when they taste best, so that all the flavors, the custard and even the bread, they get to know the flavors each other and taste fantastic. So give this one a try and let me know how it turned out for you. For more yummy recipes, get subscribed to Sruti's Kitchen and I'll be back soon with another great recipe for you all. Till then, take care guys. Bye.